A word for our listeners. Masks of Nyarlathotep is set in the 1920s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It is not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to the Nerds Domain presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Join us each week as our investigators follow a path of clues and attempt to save the world from an ancient evil. Starring John Quiett, Jestin Kimmet, Shirley Niedzwiecki, George Chimples, Jason Hall, and Scott Troiano, with Matt Quiett running the table as keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed cultists await you just beyond this music.
Alright, welcome back to Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. We'll get started without telling anybody's name.
I'm Shirley.
I'm Shirley.
I'm Shirley.
No, I'm Spartacus. Let's go. As we last left the group, they were at a poker, Captain Wilkerson and Mr. Byrne were at a poker game. Mr. Botticello saw a guy and then suggested that they should give all of the artifacts back to, or no, just the mask back to the professor, because clearly he's the best suited to handle it. I like the logic.
It's not wrong.
Crazy evil.
The night goes uneventfully? No, it doesn't. So you guys are on the boat, and you're done. And the four of you.
Who's the four of us?
I'm sorry,
players.
Mr. Botticello, Miss McCrea, Professor Wentworth, and Mr. Weld. After talking in the galley, you go back to your rooms. It's about 10 o'clock. You go to bed. What do you do?
Meditate.
For how long?
2 hours.
Can I take a bath?
No.
A bubble bath?
No.
Weren't we told that he was going to come back and get us?
He said he might come back and get you.
I'm going to shave
Okay.
and go to bed.
Okay.
Are you sleeping underneath the bed still?
Obviously.
That's actually not possible on the boat.
Oh, isn't it?
Bolted to the floor, and it's just not going to.
Or is it a...
No.
Nope. No, it's a...
It's like a...
Is it in the middle or is it up against
It's
the wall?
up against the wall.
I will be sleeping in my chest.
In
No,
your-
no, I'll sleep in the bed. But I will have my stick nearby.
Okay.
And his gun in the other hand.
Mr.
Oh,
McCrea,
no,
what are you doing?
not the gun.
Is there anywhere where I can hide the chest? Under the bed? Will it fit in the
No,
bed?
you can't put it under
If
the bed.
the chest would fit, I would fit.
Or it's a little chest? Because it's a more
Just a
slim
little bit-
chest. It's
God,
not big.
it's got a mask in there, like a full face mask. This is a big chest.
Look, you see this?
You've got a small face.
Anyway, so you're going to... What are you doing?
So there's no way that I can...
Not really.
Okay, how big is it?
How big
Is it Foot Locker size?
Yes.
Okay, I make my bed on top of it.
Can't that's not creepy at all.
I don't think
I'm a size 9. I can fit on top of a Foot Locker.
No, so
Oh, so I see. You're saying you're
you're
going
putting
to
it in the
sleep.
bed with you?
No,
She's going to Titanic on top of it. There's no room for 2 people.
I'm gonna make my bed
That's what she's doing.
on top of
She's
it.
sleeping on the lid.
Okay.
Do you know the safest place for it? The ocean.
You do realize that if the boat pitches at all,
Yeah,
or
there
you'll
anything-
slide right off.
Is there anything that I can wedge it between, like the
Not
bed
really.
and the
Toilet. You can tie yourself to it.
Could she just
You mean
lash yourself?
Hold on, guys.
To the
Go ahead,
big
Johnny.
She could just sleep with part of her body on it, like her legs.
Yeah, you could also
Oh,
put it in
yeah.
the bed with you.
How can I put it in the bed with me?
You put it in the bed, and then you get in the bed next to it. It's like sleeping with another person,
You
only
store
it's
your luggage.
It's it's luggage.
You use it like a body pillow.
Okay,
A very hard,
Something that's hard and
rectangular.
rectangular.
I'll do that.
So are you going back to your room and going to bed? Because that was the question originally.
Dear God, really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
After I get
Very
it, I have to like pace a little bit, and I look at the trunk, and I look at it, and then I look at it, and then I get it in bed.
How long do you do this?
Do you clean your toes
Ew.
before you get in bed?
That's disgusting.
Between your toes?
You're not adding to the narration.
How about after you
know.
get in bed?
Neither is she.
You're not adding to the narration.
Neither
Let's
is she.
let Shirley answer the question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do
Go
you
ahead.
feel the urge to read anything before bed?
Oh,
Tell you a bedtime story about elder gods and sacrifices.
A little poetry.
Okay, so
Why, yeah,
Shirley,
Yes.
what are you doing? How long are you pacing in front of the trunk before you get into bed to go to sleep?
It's probably about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I get the idea to put it in bed, and I put it in bed, and I take the key, and I put my jacket all the way over by the door, away from my bed, and then I get in bed, so I don't have the urge to get up and answer it, because, it's really cold.
That's fine. Okay.
And
That's
I
So,
get it.
so like
That's
dressing
wonderful.
gown or
Dressing gown.
just asking.
Okay,
Yeah.
moving on.
Defensive.
Professor Wentworth.
I'm going to go back to my room, lock the door, make sure I have an armed shotgun near the door.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go back to my research, and I'm not going to be paying attention to the time.
How long do you really think that you would research before you get tired? Is your character a night person or a morning
Well,
person?
no, the time of day is irrelevant to me at this point. Like, we're on a boat, we're not doing anything. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, you can just randomly determine if you want to.
Captain and Mr. Byrne, how long do you continue playing?
How long does night usually go?
It can go as late as 1, but the crew might have gotten in trouble at least once for being a little sluggish in the morning. So they one of them dwindles out probably around 11, and the other 3 kind of stick around. But it's almost like they're waiting for you to tell them to go to, not to tell them to go to bed, but give them a reason to go to bed.
I wait for them to call me.
Okay, that's fine.
Because you're in full learning mode.
Yeah.
That's
See
fine.
how long they can last.
What about you?
Yeah.
Midnight 1.
Midnight one?
It's fine.
Okay.
We're not going to be up at 6 or 7 in the morning. So it's when the captain gets up. He's up at 5. I'll give him an
So
hour.
right
Get used
about
to it, so.
right about midnight,
The witching
there's a crack of thunder, and it's a little bit of lightning that you can't necessarily see directly out, but you see it kind of shining through the open doors, and it sounds like rain. I mean, just you assume it's rain. Do you do anything?
Ask the sailors if storm was expected.
It rains. Sometimes they blow in quickly. We weren't necessarily looking for one, but you also have to remember this isn't the time of like the Weather Channel. They have to get. There's a lot of guesswork.
Well, there would have been somebody watching from the deck.
Yeah, they'd be the people who know the most about the weather would be sailors at this point.
Yeah.
Instead of barometers and things.
Does it, and this is going to sound like a real weird question.
Yeah,
Unless you've been
sure.
on the coast. And unless you've been on the coast, does it smell like fresh salt water?
Yeah.
Or does it, like rain wood?
Yeah.
Or does it still smell like, well, there's salt water everywhere? Yeah, there is, but the difference between...
It smells like rain. And actually, you don't even have to be on the coast. I've smelled rain. You can smell
You can
rain.
smell rain.
Yeah, it smells rain.
So
it's
it
not
smells
like,
normal.
well, there's blood pouring off the top.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, coppery smelling rain? I don't know.
Wait, that's not rain.
But as far as, we can tell,
Yeah.
weather's not weird.
Not any weirder than it can get on the sea. So, I mean, it does sometimes blow in quickly-ish. So you don't feel like the boat rocking hard or anything. It's just kind of, weather.
That's weird, isn't it? If a storm comes in, it usually makes the waves bigger.
Not necessarily.
Compared to how big of a storm it
I'm
is.
waiting for the boat to rock and the chest to go.
So sure, let's get you a new character sheet, because that one died to a truck. You guys will never find the key.
She was snuggled up. That truck was snuggled up with a red spot. I don't understand.
The bad thing is that we'd all be worrying who actually killed her.
Yeah, we would.
That would be awesome.
15 or 20 more minutes go by. You hear some more lightning, some more thunder. Mr. Weld, this is probably about the time you went to sleep, so you were probably dozing off when you heard the first bit. But you've gotten used to the weather like this.
Okay.
Professor, that you hear the thunder outside, and then you realize, you're going to be up in the morning. You should probably go to bed. Keep yourself on a semi-regular schedule-ish, sort of.
Okay.
So you will head on to bed.
I'm going to brace my door first.
With the chair?
Mhm.
Okay. At about about 1:45 when you guys are getting ready to break up. I need both of you two to give me a listen.
I've got drool on my pillow by now.
Missed it by 8.
Red on.
You got it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
That's
thank you.
a good point. Let's mark those things we haven't been marking.
This is my first skill roll.
That's
Not
true.
mine.
I don't have a clown shoes. Okay.
You hear almost like a guttural, almost like guttural frog sound.
Gun out.
Okay. The sailors look at you, all kind of startled, and then kind of back away from the table. Like they're not sure what just happened.
Are we in a closed room?
The doors are all open to let the air flow through.
Okay.
So,
Are we midship towards the edges?
I'm thinking. Sorry, you'd probably be towards the front of the ship. It's not super wide, so
I'm talking midship versus, like where
Here's your ship, or are we in the middle, or are we closer
midship
to
or
the
towards the sides.
probably dead middle. Yeah,
So we're
Yeah.
dead middle,
dead middle.
and then
Slightly
Then
forward.
upper
slightly
decks.
forward.
I would say closer to the front, way closer to the front of the back. You're
Okay, and then again, height wise,
What deck?
main deck area.
wow.
Doors, but doors that
Okay.
open to the outside, so we wouldn't be below
Not
the-
outside, but like doors that open to halls that open to the outside.
Right.
So
Maybe one deck
you're
below?
probably yes.
Sure.
That
Okay.
sounds
Um,
Since I've been on a boat once, I sure.
Kitchens are usually down.
Well, they're not in the kitchen; they're back in the crew quarter.
Well, no, I understand.
Yeah, but yeah.
You know, that area is usually below deck.
I heard a strange noise.
What type of noise? Gentlemen, we're fine. Besides, we were going to cash out. What type of noise did you hear, and from where?
Can I give it a direction?
Well, it clearly came from the right.
Okay.
Your right, like that
So
way.
the
I mean,
door. So
yeah, there's a door directly that way.
So I indicate the door over my shoulder.
And I'm going to, gentlemen, thank you for this evening. I'm going to gather up what I gather. We will see you again tomorrow then, I hope. And Mr. Byrne and I will take our leave.
Okay.
And I pocket whatever winnings or not winnings I have. And as we turn to head for the door.
Are you going to the right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And I draw the shotgun
Give me another listen from both of you.
that I had with me. Coming from the meeting between you two. Big make.
11 also.
I rolled an 11.
So, Captain, you've hunted most everything, right?
Yes, sir.
So, you know that wet, like squishy foot on stone sound? Like that's not really a splash, but kind of like a
Flat-ish.
Yeah, you hear that, and you hear the same thing, Mr. Byrne, but you're not familiar with it, like what it is. So something has
Once, twice.
like running, like
so not
Oh,
towards
wait.
us. So not stalking.
well,
not,
and it's not towards, or you can't really tell if it's towards or away, but it's not right outside, and it's not real close to you. It's kind of off somewhere in the ship, maybe in the bowels, maybe up on deck. It's kind of hard to tell. You're not super familiar with being on ship and how the echoing can cause that.
Omnidirectional.
Okay. I'm gonna poke my head out.
Okay.
Into the hall looking for wet footprints.
Give me a spot hidden.
Is this something I can do as well?
Yes, you sure can.
By one.
You see two prints that have come down the stairs. You can roll track to try and follow them.
Got it.
I mean, I have the base 10% of it.
So,
I'm at 58.
so assuming this deck is one down, the stairs that it came down are from the outside, and then it turns into more stairs going down, which will take you probably to a hallway. There's the galley down there. There's the kitchen, which is the galley, also the place you eat, right? They're both called the kitchen. They're both called the galley. Or the mess. The galley and the messes.
Yes,
Yeah,
there you
there we go. But that also will lead to just about everything else in the ship. You just have to kind of walk farther.
And this would be the opposite direction from our friends.
If
Go
they went down
down.
another floor, they could still get to your friends. It just might be a floor below. Like they would have to just go up somewhere else.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay.
It's leaving us. Let's go.
So you two head that after it.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So you come down the stairs.
I hesitate, clearly wishing we had more people, but I follow.
Scott, as a
So-
reminder, you have slugs loaded, not spray, right?
I thought I had been laying spray.
We want to
That's-
clarify.
I wanted to clarify
What
before we get
load.
into this, just to make sure.
Why? Are they going to get into combat or something?
No.
Okay.
The spray is 46.
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
Up close.
And the other is
Yeah, well, this whole ship is close range, so.
Not necessarily. It depends on how far
Well-
down the hall they get.
right.
I mean, but yeah.
20, 50,
Or,
4
like,
to 1. The mess would be a very large
For 15 people.
It would be,
Let's
it's 10,
guess.
20.
Let's
It'd
guess.
probably be at least 20.
Feet,
Yeah.
so it'd be closer.
Well, no, because his close range is 10.
Yeah, shotguns go to
Yeah,
10,
yeah.
20, 50.
So mid range.
Yeah.
My bad.
So you guys get down into the hall. Give me another spot.
Nope, missed that one.
You guys die.
Yes, death. The ship eats you. It has
Nice.
become sentient. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm out of character.
The wire comes across and gets
It steals your underwear.
Nice. Thank you. I was thinking that.
We live in Matt's horror now.
Matt's horror world.
Underhand.
You're all
phones,
missing your
you're
underwear
doing
now,
it.
guys.
Oh my god. You look down the hall and you can still see like the light glistening off of the lights are lowered. They're not lowered like close to the ground, but lowered like it's nighttime and they cut down the power. You can see the water glistening down the hall. It's clear what direction whatever it was went, but you don't see anything down there besides the footprints. Are you going to keep going after it?
Is there a switch? that will bring the lights up.
You're not familiar with where it's at. There probably is one. It could just be a generalized all ship-wide thing where they just turn stuff down, or
I look in the hall. Is there-
you don't see one here, no.
Let's follow it.
Are you moving at a slow, like, stalking pace, or like a...
Does it go the length of the hallway?
It
or-
does.
I'm going to slow. I
You're
want
gonna slow?
to because I want to be able to hear.
Okay, that's fine.
This is not a. It went this way. We're not doing that.
Okay.
I keep my eye on
We are tracking
On the back.
and hunting at this
Okay.
point.
When you come to a hallway, what are you going to do? A hallway that splits off, or a door that splits off.
Where do the tracks go?
They keep going.
sweep it. Keep
Are
it on.
you're going to definitely sweep it?
Yes.
And who's in front? Me. Okay. So you go down the hallway until it kind of ends in a T in another hallway. The tracks go both directions. And now that you've looked back, you should have picked up on it first, but they're not full tracks. There are multiple sets. It's what happens sometimes. It's hard to track
We're
that.
walking over each other's footprints. It makes it hard to see.
Well, based on previous experience, Byrne is about to go off by himself.
Yeah.
You guys should both split off.
Right? Yeah. No.
Good idea. Holler if you see anything.
Give me another spot hit.
Well, we can
No.
only go around the corner now.
Couldn't have gone worse on that roll.
So neither one of you.
No.
Okay. So which direction, left or right?
Left.
Left it is.
You guys turn left.
Keep an eye out behind us.
Both of you need to give me a dexterity times 4.
Made it.
I can't do math. 8 times 4.
8 times 4
Yeah.
is
No, that's 9 times 4. 32.
thing. Not 32. 36.
36.
So nice.
I missed it.
You missed it.
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yes.
So you move on down. Yeah, you're right behind him.
Wilkerson moves on down.
Wilkerson moves on down. Mr. Byrne, you're right behind him. And as you kind of walk in a dark area where the light's kind of just not hitting it right, you slip a little bit and kind of topple. Not real bad, just kind of to your knees before you get back up. You notice there's a slide. You've slid in almost in blood. So there's just like blood that you pulled out with you. He must have walked over it without stepping in it,
Captain,
but you slid.
stop.
Safety on off.
Off? Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
It's like click. Yes.
What am I? Where am I? Is it solid hallway?
It's solid hallway, but now that you kind of looked, there's blood on the wall that has kind of, it's clearly dripping, or not dripping down, it's coming down the wall and in a small puddle that has leaked out the roof.
Well, wait. For clarity's sake, are we talking like The Shining? There's blood on the wall?
No. Like something
just
has impacted the wall that left blood, and a lot.
Yeah, 'cause it sounds
So,
like,
like,
like you're like
how
blood
is
is
it
coming
hit the
through.
wall?
Hold on. I'm sorry.
So like his head first.
His head
Against the
his
wall?
head burst, or he was already bleeding and that left a lot of blood there,
And then,
or she.
there's only one she so far.
That's
so,
true. You give it a better look, the both of you.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be that the trunk got Miss McCrea, and that's what we're tracking.
You give me a spot hidden.
Well, we did go all the way around. But not far enough.
Yep. 1.
Have you always just hunted with guns?
What do you mean?
Have you ever hunted with another weapon?
Yes.
Bows?
Bolos specifically. Bows, yeah. Bow and
Spears?
arrow. I've used bow and arrows. Had one at the house that she took with. Spear and or harpoon, yes.
There's a spear gouge, small one. It has to be a spearhead that hit the wall. If you had to guess, it's not the hardest of spearheads. So probably not steel, which would make sense. Probably either a lighter metal or stone.
Bronze.
No, that would have left bronze behind because it's so soft.
Height, angle.
So right about here on a 5'10"
That would be
guy,
a neck.
neck high on a 5'10" guy.
Okay, so 5'5".
Yeah, give or take.
Angle of impact.
Downward.
Spear. I mean, you say spear. It looks like a spear impact.
Oh yes. This appears to be. There was a. I can't make it. This doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
It's a spearhead.
Okay.
But if whatever was pinned here by a spear bled like this,
Right.
there should be more of it here.
You both give me another spot hidden.
Oh yeah.
There are drops of blood heading me in the direction you were going. Going down.
Left.
Yes.
So
Yes.
the hallway where.
And that
I need more clarification.
Sure.
On TV, the books I see, the hallways are all of a person plus maybe 6 inches, so you could turn sideways and pass it.
Sure.
So, and this spear impact is
It wouldn't-
directly into the wall?
No, it'd probably been at a bit of an
Probably.
angle.
So,
Not necessarily.
at a downward angle, sort of like 60 degrees.
Can you roll me an idea?
Sure. Got that one.
Okay, so assuming 5'10" guy, you're an investigator, you can kind of picture this.
Yes.
This is what you do. This person was probably not quite directly across from them, but maybe off half a person,
Right.
if that makes sense. And it came from the outside in. So the
Outside.
the outside, so like the opposite side of where he is with the other person.
So, we are headed
Down the hall.
down the hall.
This is
So
on your
the
right.
spear hole is on the right.
Right.
So the person would have been to the left of the hall.
Yes.
Which is just a hallway.
Yeah.
There's no
Nope.
open air. So it came up and down.
Mhm.
But again, like, just because he would have like dodged to the right and the spear would have gone in.
And
Okay.
it probably, if you had to guess, probably went through him.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just
No, that's fine. I
the
just wanna make
width
sure.
of the hallway is making spears seem unwieldy. I'm just trying to get a
It doesn't have to be a long spear, just a spear head. So it could be on a 6
Think
inch
of a-
shaft, you know.
Okay.
Think of an ale.
What?
An ale, a beer.
That's what I thought I heard.
Ale.
character from
Ale.
Wheel Time.
Wheel Time.
A-I-L.
Oh, spell it again.
AIEL.
It's A-I-E-L?
AIEL.
Okay, A-I-E-L.
Anyway,
Okay.
short
I've never read
spear,
the word
weird.
before, so.
It's potentially a short spear.
Yeah.
Or from the angle, it could have been a little bit longer because they would have had more room above with that kind of angle. But not a ton. But not even then, not a ton.
Yeah.
How high are the ceilings of this?
They're like 8.5 foot. This is low deck where you'd need room to move over boxes and such, so you'd have a little more room. They are narrow, but they're tall.
Okay.
Blood trail.
Right.
And I pointed out.
Yes.
Yep.
Let's go.
Should we raise the alarm now? Or?
So you guys go down. This one corners to the right and goes. This is the hall that will go all the way back below where you guys are passengers. There are also a couple other passenger rooms down here, and then directly above that will be where your rooms are.
How does the spacing on the blood droplets change?
Roll me a track.
Yes, sir. 2.
Whatever's running is huge, or has like enormous length of legs. The strides, if it's running, the strides are farther apart than a human's would be at full force.
Okay.
And it does slow when it goes around the corner, but the drops are whenever its feet are hitting the ground. So if its foot's hitting here, the drop is right behind it, and it's being carried over its right shoulder.
Okay. What I'm asking is the distance between drops is getting greater, so it is increasing in speed.
It speeds up to the turn and then slows down to make the turn, and then you round the bend, and you find the body kind of dumped.
Do we recognize who it is?
From a description that he gave earlier, it's that young kid.
It's the one Botticello saw with the charcoal.
Yes. Well, not with the piece of charcoal, but there was a piece of charcoal, yeah. So.
Don't answer it.
So, the body is there. It's clearly been clipped through the neck, and not much is hanging on one side.
That's not what bothers me. Whatever is carrying it is what was bothering me.
You want to give me another spot hidden?
Yep.
We both can do that. You get a chance. Yes, sir.
Wait, yes, I do.
Okay. The footprints go down 20 feet and then stop. You can't really see them after that. Could be that the water's all gone, but, just splashed off of it. You're on metal, and metal that's made to kind of drain off a little bit. Can't really see anything after that point.
Torch.
Yeah, you shine it down there. You're not seeing anything special beyond that area. You'd have to get closer. Do you want to move down the hall?
Not yet. We'll pat him down, see if he has anything substantive on him.
Mm-hmm. So, right from the bottom.
Okay. There's a small sheet of paper, probably maybe half a sheet, or maybe a sheet out of a smaller book. Has something scrawled on it. You're not familiar with the language, since you only speak English. It is a European language. You're sure of that. I mean, you can at least pick out the letters, but you're not picking up on anything else.
I'll show it to you.
Do you speak
French?
It's not French. It is definitely a romantic language though. So Italian or Spanish, Portuguese. You can notice enough of the same kind of thing. So, actually, you can pick out a couple of words that you could guess what they mean because they're close enough if they're the same in French. Something about far away and calling.
Okay, that's scary enough. Check that
What's
away.
it was written in with charcoal? Or?
No, it's written in pen of some sort. Yeah.
Okay.
Then he has maybe 3 British pounds, some Spanish money, and some Egyptian. What are they called? They're not pounds. There are pounds, but they're also Egyptian money. Okay. So just a little bit of money, maybe amounting to $15 total, just enough. It's kind of like spending money on a trip like this. He has a small inverted ankh on a necklace. Inverted ankhs are important to the cults that you've been running into. Trying to think of anything else. I think that's about it. I mean, his clothes are clearly British. He's British style. He. If you had to guess, he's either British or European. He's definitely not Egyptian. Yeah, he's definitely not Egyptian.
Okay. The majority of the crew is.
There's a little bit of everything. There's at least one Indian on it. Indian meaning from India.
Right.
There are some British people. There are mostly the majority of them are American, but by American I mean probably Irish American with a very thick accent, still from Ireland, that they probably learned from their parents. Yeah, I think that covers it.
We take him back to the captain. We raise him down.
Yes.
I grab one arm.
So as you lift him, you hear 2 footfalls behind you, and something comes at you.
I was gonna say he's looking one direction. I'm looking the other. We're gonna keep the. We're not doing the. Oh, let's turn our backs to the hallway to pick him up.
Well, if you're both picking him up and putting him on your shoulders,
no,
is that what you just said?
one arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
One arm.
See, I heard one arm like I put one arm around him. You put one arm around him.
No,
He's
he's
the
me
body.
at this point.
Gotcha. Okay.
As in, I
He's not
use
a
one.
friend.
Yeah,
Both of you roll luck.
yeah. I was gonna say
That's fine.
No.
I misunderstood.
Got it.
Got it.
Who was under mower?
You were. I made it by one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Byrne, you grab one. You're looking down the hallway, the direction you guys are going. Captain Wilkerson's kind of picking him up and looking the other direction, and that's when this creature steps out.
Yes.
Maybe 7.5 foot tall. If it stood up all the way, it's a little hunched. It's carrying a spear, and it's got these long claws. Humanoid, but its muscles are very corded. It has almost like a loincloth hanging, as well as some what you would have to guess are tattoos or carvings in its flesh. It's very scaly, green, and has the face of like a human frog.
It's a merfolk
Yeah,
troll.
kind of. It's kind of like that. Go ahead and roll.
Blow it away.
What? No. Roll your sanity. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I thought you understood that.
I was hoping to maybe forget that part. I got it. By
Oh,
one.
good,
Or
you-
two.
Good. You only lose. I believe you lose one
That's good.
because you succeeded.
Now for Captain Wilkerson to fail his role.
You go crying.
I am gesturing at the professor at this point with one hand and one finger.
And likely lose.
No, you lose
3D.
nothing.
Oh, cool.
You lose nothing.
Now, can I shoot it?
Sure. We go. Hold on. We go to firing rounds.
Do I see the target yet?
Not yet. You're going to be
the corpse.
super aware of it yet. Or in a
Don't
second.
drop the corpse.
No, it will be bam. We're gonna one-off this like a boss on
Okay.
a boat.
Scott. No,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, so Scott, you're aware that there's something behind you. You go first. So, are you going to drop the body?
As I open this hand, I mean, I'm looking this way to make sure as I'm picking up. If with gun out, I'm going to open this hand to free it, to turn and load it, so that I can just click. Because the safety was already off all of a half ago.
Okay. Roll.
To brace the weapon.
Roll to what?
Attack.
Okay.
And it was
Now-
the captain.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Burns beside you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, you're in a confined space and you're firing your shotgun.
Yep.
Like, I mean,
So, no, I was gonna say like if he was
Yeah.
like 5 feet in front of you.
no,
Yeah, that'd be bad.
no, the shotgun is
I
like.
turn
probably
and fire.
All right,
Burn
guys.
takes 18 damage.
Got him. 73 under 95.
Okay.
Because
Do you want to roll damage there, or are we just going to be excited that we got him?
We're gonna be excited that we got him.
He's within.
And I'll roll
He's within 10 feet.
Oh wow. Okay.
6.
So that's
46.
46. Oh, here, yeah. Give me another.
If Byrne steps in front of you and you fire that again, you will hit Byrne.
Of course I will.
I'm just like for the
If Byrne's not smart enough to know that there's a shotgun over his shoulder, and he goes, I'm gonna leave around the corridor because I'm sexy.
Roll the dice.
Gotcha. Let's see. 6 and 6 is 12, and 5 is 17, and 3 is 20.
Now make your sanity roll.
He didn't say to do that yet. And thanks for helping.
Go ahead and make your sanity roll. Go ahead and roll that.
Is there enough of it remaining for him to see the horror that was taking
Yes,
place?
there is. Thanks for helping. And if you wouldn't have, that's why when he said go ahead and roll, and that's why I said for what? He went to attack, and I thought he was going to just skip it. You did.
Clearly, you don't know how this works.
Yeah, didn't make that.
Don't worry, you'll keep fighting.
Lose a d6.
Okay.
Ouch! Whoa. All 6?
All 6.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm never good with those.
Okay.
Like 30.
I was at 36, and I lost 6, which is 1/6.
So you've got 3 more to go.
Okay. It goes down to one like me, but is not dead. Mr. Byrne. You're going to shoot it?
Can I yeah.
Yes, you can shoot it.
I was going to say, can I step backwards so I'm not in front of the shotgun?
Side question.
Are you within Dex yards? What's your Dex?
My Dex is 9.
9. So yeah, you're within that many yards.
27 feet.
Yeah, so you actually double your skill.
Okay, well, that's a 146.
That's it?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do your damage.
Which is what happens because it's within that range.
Nothing. You still have to roll under a certain percentage for it.
Is it penetrating or something?
No, not failing. What?
I have a question.
Sure.
He has fired once, and this is his second shot.
No,
right?
this is my first
shot.
First shot. Sorry.
You shot first because I had that.
Okay. All right.
6.
It drops.
How many shots per round do you have?
With that gun, just 1.
Okay. I'm firing again.
Okay. Are you going to step closer?
So that I don't hit him. Yes, I'll take
No, I mean, you're going to step closer because now it's on the ground and you're just going to pump into it, I assume.
I don't see why I need to step closer for that.
Okay. Because you're going to leave a bunch of holes, tiny holes in the walls.
Alright.
I mean, that's honestly.
Just lean over and extend.
Okay, so you fire, you step maybe half step closer, you fire, you probably step another half step closer and fire again, right?
Correct.
Okay, it's dead. So it was already dead, but
I want to make sure that
now it's really
I've
dead.
cleared out its skull in case I want a sipping vessel for
how much
later.
sanity did you lose?
6.
Of
36.
36.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah. That's why I'm like.
Is the rules aside? Because I looked up. The things like thrown rock, thrown spear are in the hand-to-hand weapons thing. So
where was that at?
I'm just saying the weapons table. That's what.
Okay. Good
What's
call.
bolo listed under? It should be.
Well, no, it's not. But consider that like all the throwing stuff are hand-to-hand. I think. I mean, just hand weapons.
No, that makes sense.
As opposed to firearms.
So you two drop this thing. You put some more bullets into it. The other 4 of you can roll listen. We'll give it at a -20.
And you do recognize that when you pull the trigger once, I then sort of shuffle past you.
I do not.
Fire off to an incredibly fast speed.
You do not.
But I thought nothing wrong with that plan.
Did you make it? Yes.
So this will be a 57.
No. Where'd you listen?
I know.
So that's a 23. You had to roll under a 23. Oh, did you make it?
No.
I'm still drooling on my
So, Professor, you made this. Listen, you hear what sounds like 4 shots.
Like pop gun shots or kickity boom.
They sound a little pop gunny, but that could be because they're a distance away.
Well, still, a shotgun going off in a confined metal area is going to ricochet.
You hear that, and then you hear a regular gun, and you hear 2 more of the big gun.
All right, I'm going to take my knife, both the pistols and my shotgun.
Okay.
Mister, I'm going to condescend on those intellectual miscreants who use firearms.
You will remember that you're the one who taught me how to shoot guns.
I am.
Are you?
I will head towards the sound of the disturbance.
Give me another listen. No. Okay. It came from
Down.
your left, really, because It did come from down. It's clearly below you, but to get to the stairs is to the left for you. So you're gonna head that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you two guys? What are Byrne and Wilkerson? What are you doing with the corpse?
So, by the way, I will be moving for speed, not stealth.
Okay, that's fine.
Is
corpse. Well, okay, the newly created corpse that you just created.
Right.
The gooey mess of corpse that you have. What are you doing?
Covering it at the moment.
Okay.
Watching the hall behind me in case there's more of them.
Okay.
I don't imagine that there would be with 2 sets of print. Yeah, there will.
Give me a spot.
I just went, well, it's not like there's another one. I just went, bing! 2 sets of footprints. They went different ways. There are 2 of them.
Yes.
At least. Spot. Hidden? No.
No.
No, I missed that one.
Okay.
By 12 or 16.
What are you doing now?
Call for help.
Call how?
Well, I'm pretty sure the gunshots would be louder than anything you can do.
Right, like we've already alerted them of our presence. Let's each grab a leg and just drag them back. Daddy wants
The monster? Or the
Yes.
just a thought.
What's your strength?
You're going to leave a giant mess if you do this.
So?
Okay.
Get a bleeping mop. They can bill me.
Okay. I just want to let you know you're going to drag a pulpated corpse through the ship because someone went gun crazy.
You know what this prevents? This prevents us from going, guys, there's a monster, and then we come back and there's no corpse.
That's fair. That's fair. It's fine.
You know what this also
You know what?
presents? When there's a 7.5 foot in frog, there's no such thing as gun crazy. That's called gun proper.
Which one of you is grabbing the?
Which of us is bigger strength? Which of us is? Are you bigger
I have a
strength
10
wise?
strength, size 14.
Your size isn't gonna equate.
Okay, and where did I find strength? 9. So I'm grabbing the little guy, and you're grabbing the big guy. I got a strength 9, size 10.
I'm going to go with big guy matters more.
So right, but he's bigger than I am, so he can.
I'm assuming you want to be able to shoot.
Right, so I'm getting the little guy.
But he's going to be dragging several hundred pounds of dead weight.
Why are you bringing the little guy with you?
Because he's dead too, and I
So
want.
what?
And there was a little guy, but he's gone now.
Fuck you. Oh.
Are you talking about that's blood?
Is this another frog kid, or is this the
No,
human
this is the one that
stowaway.
Botticello was running around.
The stowaway.
Charcoal stick man. He's the stowaway.
Scott,
Whatever.
Yes.
you need to roll under 45.
I'm resisting your power.
I'm
No,
resisting
this
a power
could be resistance for
for smell.
And Johnny,
You
you have to roll. Is that right? Good lord.
That
38
table
under
is pretty
40.
hard to.
Johnny, you have to roll under 9 or under 5. It's a big hulking thing. What you got it?
000!
Okay, so you're both able to move them, but I understand. Sky or Captain Wilkerson, you're moving at a decent clip, like not running down the hall, but you're walking at a fast pace. Meanwhile, Mr. Byrne back there is like, oh, one step at a time. Oh my god, why do I have the heavy guy? Yeah, he's not whining about it, but like it's that.
If I see him struggle, I will drop the stowaway.
Okay.
Thunk, and go over, and each of us grab a pant leg.
It is there.
So we
Pant leg on the.
Okay,
Oh,
each of us
frog.
grab a wrist,
Okay.
grab a
It's a little.
toe,
It is a little awkward. You get a little, friendlier than you might want to be.
testicle, whatever.
Yeah.
We have to drag down the hallway.
So you
One
together,
hand
you
on
guys
the
together
beast.
are a 19.
Other hand on the yes.
Yeah, one of you needs to roll under a 50.
Okay.
One of you.
I suggest him. Your rolls have not been the best.
That's a fair assessment.
Oh, well, yeah, I've been perfect.
Yeah, that'd be in 73.
Okay, so you neither one of you are. I mean, maybe it's just a little too cramped where you're at, but it's not going much faster. It's about that time you hear something from behind you, since you're going back the way you came, right?
Yes, which would be.
So you get down to the end of the
Hold on.
hall.
That
Yeah.
would mean we would be facing.
The front of the ship.
Okay. Did we come from the front of the ship?
Yes.
Then we would be facing the back of the ship.
Oh, so you're
Because
going.
We're going to grab and one hand
And
gun
keep going.
and go
We have
backwards.
I have
okay.
eyes
Okay.
on we went left down a hallway.
Yeah.
The other footprints went right.
Uh-huh.
And now we're headed back towards that right hallway.
Correct.
So we have our eyes on that hallway.
If you remember when you went left, it then turned right again. So you're
Okay, so
it's-
we're
yeah, you're going down
okay.
the side
We're
of the
headed
ship.
back to
The
You're
point he's
going-
making is there's a blind corner where I'm going to come running
Yes.
around and you guys are going to be ready to shoot.
So you get to the stairs. You go down some stairs, and as you're about to round to go down the other set of stairs, there's something in front of you, and it's going to. You can go ahead and fire. Your dex is quite high.
Smart and dexterous.
You want to see my stats, buddy? Yeah, that's a successful shotgun blast straight to the chest.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
Or Captain Wilkerson.
So as I said, you hear something. So that's what I was getting to, because I knew it was
Oh,
going
wait,
to shoot
no,
something.
I'm sorry. I fire slugs.
Yes, you do.
13.
Plus 6.
Mhm.
Okay. It swings its. Wait, hold on. Oh, it swings its arm at you, and it is very snake-like. Go ahead and roll your sanity.
Okay, sure, roll my dodge as well.
No, you want to roll your sanity first.
Pass. 560.
I doubled what
Yes,
I
go ahead and roll your dodge.
You're a jerk.
No.
Okay, so you take 6. Take 6 and 1 point of poison.
So where do I put down poison?
I would just note off to the side that is 1 point of poison. When I hit the number of 8 in poison, which I may or may not, let me know.
You can start humming.
All right.
She's my cherry pie.
And it seems startled and kind of backs up once it swings at you.
Alright.
So, are you going to fire at it again?
Yes.
Okay.
That's 2.
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage.
9.
Okay, so it's still up, and it's going to swing on you again. Yeah, it hits, so go ahead and roll your...
Yes.
You dodged? Okay. And you're going to take some extra damage here from that poison. So I have to find that spell. Gotta remember that spell. I'm sorry, Jason, can you make another sanity check?
Pass with flying colors.
Yeah. You lose a point.
Oh no! I'm down to 83.
That's not fair. You will be whittled down slowly.
What was the cost in the pound her werewolf killer spell?
9.
Did you have to lose that much sanity?
Yeah. I got
So you were at 90 something?
no. I was that took me down to the low 70s.
Okay.
I gained back like 11
Oh,
from
nice.
skills.
Okay, Jason, what is your constitution?
13.
We the people in order to form a more perfect union.
Okay. No. Okay, so
So it didn't do anything.
no, didn't do anything extra.
I dodged.
Oh, that's right. So
Then it's me again.
yes.
Work it.
Yes. 22. 13.
Okay, it drops. Shirley, you, Mr. Weld, and Mr. Botticello all make listen checks at a -10.
And are you going to engage in some gun legitimacy and whack it up some more?
I hear it.
No, I'm actually gonna probably preserve it so I can taxidermy the crap out of it.
Nice.
Because I also want to know how to turn my hands.
So did you all three get it?
Heck no, I am hella sleepy.
You two, Mr. Botticello and Miss McCrea, you both hear gunshots. Clearly. Outside your room. Not right outside your room. Not in your room either.
Is it also thundering?
Not anymore.
I roll over and go back
The
to
question
sleep.
is, would they hear gunshots?
Oh yeah, they clearly heard gunshots. It's down the hall. At least one of them is looking that way.
It's all right.
Actually,
I'm okay.
you guys hear Mr. Byrne and Captain Wilkerson. You hear gunshots, and then you see another one of those things kind of topple down the stairs
with 3 big holes.
This was a loud, clear gunshot, right?
2, 3 loud, clear gunshots.
Yeah, slugs fired in a stairwell made out of metal.
I immediately jump out of bed, grab my sidearm, my gun belt, and
so you put your gun belt over your
my
nightgown, your nightgown,
and
dressing
gown, my dressing gown, and grab my shotgun out of the corner and
head out.
I head out, but I make sure that I lock my door on the way out because I don't want anybody.
Very smart.
If I may have a side moment, Miss McCrea, firearms and a dressing gown is very naughty. Continue.
So go ahead, Mr. Weld.
I grab my stick and head out.
Okay. So you both kind of come out in the hallway at the same time. Both of you give me a listen check again.
No.
Oh, dang, by 2.
Yeah, that sucks. The stairs, if it came from below you, sort of. Definitely came down from where the stairs are. So you head that way.
Yeah.
Make sure if you made your listen, you mark it.
Shoot.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was this way.
Yeah.
And I start running towards the stairs.
I follow.
Okay. You guys going for speed or stealth?
I'm going for speed.
Okay. So, Mr. Byrne and Captain Wilkerson, what are you doing?
When I hear the gunshots and see the direction that we drag towards him.
Yeah, you see the body come falling out of the stairwell.
Call out, hello, who's there?
Well, Dane?
No, I'm just gonna walk down the stairs and cock the shotgun.
Are you like looking down that way, kind of checking out the body? What are you doing?
Dragging our body towards the new body.
Okay.
While keeping
Do you
an
got
eye on
the guy or the
behind us.
monster?
Monster.
You get closer to the body, and I need both of you to make sanity checks. You notice the arms look like snakes, and they're kind of shriveling back into arms. Go ahead, roll it.
Pray you don't lose 3.
You roll a d6.
That's a fail.
I didn't make it.
What do I roll?
D6.
You're going for a 1 or 2?
One.
2!
Woohoo!
So you lose 2?
So you lose that much.
He's 1 point under 25%.
Are you going to pick this corpse up, or are you going to come down the stairs the rest of the way? You hear them calling out for you.
Okay, well, you said the body tumbled down the stairs.
Yeah.
I'm going to.
Because I have an action, firearms action. Go ahead.
You're not pumping it full of lead.
Its arms are moving. I just made a sanity check as they.
I didn't
shoot that.
I didn't say they were whipping around like those stupid air things in front of gas stations.
Are they moving?
I said they're shriveling.
Is that movement?
In the dark, down a hallway.
If it's movement, I'm shooting it.
Okay. So you hear bang, and then you can tell the buckshot just spread across that wall in front of you.
Can I roll another listen?
Yes, you can. And you pump it until it stops moving?
I'm shooting it in the face, I imagine, or somewhere in the head, chest area.
You're from a distance, so you're probably shooting its upper body.
Meditation did good.
Yeah, George is in the zone right now. He's
Yeah.
Did you get it at base?
No.
Oh my god.
I sleep for real, man.
He's
Don't mess around with this.
Remember that
light
time
sleep
when we
stuff.
got raided in the war, and Lieutenant Weld was a.
That's what I do.
There were mortar shells going off, and he's all like,
Dude slept on a live
So
grenade once.
you've let go of the body, right?
Oh, yeah.
Got to pump that gun, right? So you're bang, bang, and you're continually walking towards it.
Yeah.
Pumping.
yeah, I'm just going to be like, gentlemen.
Yeah, you kind of hear Professor Wentworth over the yelling.
Oh, okay. And then at the end of the first round with 3.
Can we hear where this?
Oh yeah, you hear Professor Wentworth yelling from down at the stairs and some more shots and.
I have to reload
wait.
at that point, so I have to take a round off.
assuage your fears, I'm going to walk to the bottom of the stairs, pull out my pistol, stick it in the thing's mouth, and pull the trigger and blow its brains out across the wall.
That's disgusting.
Just like Kirk, always assuming you know where the body parts are.
Well,
You blew its
He's gonna
genitals
pick an
across the wall.
orifice.
no, but I'm just gonna like stick the barrel in his mouth, aim it
Did you
up,
get that one?
basically, and
Nope.
pull the trigger.
You're doing terrible.
Oh,
No, I'm doing great. I'm sleeping.
Shouldn't he get one per shot?
She is.
No,
thinking
it's really mostly one per round.
Since this is the most restful sleep he's ever had, shouldn't he regain some sanity?
No, because he's gonna wake up in the morning and go, "Oh my God, what happened?"
Then I will commence the rifle blood.
There's
It's a scaly guy.
there's a
He
spear.
doesn't have pockets.
There's a spear about 3.5 foot long.
Okay.
The end is crudely tied on. It's clearly stone. He has.
She has large claws, right?
They were snake hand. They were snakes.
Well, no, like the other
Yeah.
one. But,
It's shriveling down into claws.
okay. What I want to do is like take the claws and run them across the steel and see if they cut through.
What's your strength?
Do 9.
So you apply, I assume, as much strength as possible. So.
Yeah, I'm a size 12 strength 9.
No, that's fine.
Basically, if they can even like score the metal
No.
or anything at all,
No.
like, that's what I want to find out.
Well, it would be. You would have to guess it would be like taking that same spear and like whacking it hard. It does that, but only like
Okay.
it's not enough to really like cut through the metal.
And you round the corner to see Professor Wentworth dry humping the creature's wrist
Well, no,
on the
no,
deck
no.
plating.
I just want to describe myself in the moment because I fired basically a 12 gauge with slugs 3 times at like I'm pressing this against your chest range, so I'm probably covered in back blast like goo and gore.
Love you.
And I'm sitting here with this hand going. Does this work?
So the two of you are. So Mr. Byrne, you've been left carrying the body by yourself.
No, I put it down at this.
This crap. So Captain Wilkerson, are you heading down the hall towards the professor?
I was towards the now no longer moving body.
No longer. Well, its hands are still shriveling. The effect is still coming off of those.
Okay, but it's headed
No.
and
If it gets up, you guys are in serious trouble. Like you've had the realization that if this thing gets up, it's probably time to stop shooting it and start running.
No.
fair enough. All right.
It's time to convince them to stand in front.
I mean, you've seen crocodiles take a good shot to the face and keep going. They don't go much longer. If it took that many shots, it's not time to fight it anymore.
Okay.
That's when we go,
Then
Wentworth, do your thing.
Now it's Wentworth, do your thing.
Yeah.
No, actually, my response would be like, "I'm sorry, I can't murder an innocent creature."
And then I shoot you.
It's about that time you hear 2 sets of footsteps behind you, and Miss McCrea and Mr. Botticello like round the corner coming down the stairs behind you, with
Alright.
guns in hand, like wide-eyed, kind of looking. Miss McCrea is in a lovely dressing gown with her gun belt just strapped across it,
Yeah.
and Mr. Botticello, I assume, is in some sort of state of distress.
Yes, I would
Undress?
probably, yeah.
I don't know what color their blood is, but I'm covered in it and
Yeah.
bits of flesh and bone.
And
And
I'm
I'm
back
obviously,
and help him
like-
carry the body down the hall somewhere.
And I'm obviously very composed.
Mr. Weld is missing. Mr. Weld, make a listen check for me.
What do I roll for panic?
You hear someone walking forward.
You just
What? Absolutely not. Honestly,
We know this.
Roll 100.
I assume you locked your door before. And,
yeah.
Okay.
I sleep normally going to bed.
Door's
Um,
getting kicked in, dude.
You hear, or you don't hear. Everybody else hears a kind of like a muffled boom, boom, boom
You mean like
Running
V5
towards it.
upstairs.
Oh,
It
oh,
says as in somebody's.
he smells the blood of an Englishman.
Not like starting a chainsaw, but like something hitting a door or a wall.
Guys, do you guys
I-
know where the captain's
Go ahead.
quarters is? But before you go, do you know where the captain's quarters is? Out of everybody
Captain's
who
quarters.
above everybody
Where's
who
Weld?
that's
I ignore that question.
above everybody who
completely.
dies on this ship, we need the captain.
I follow the
You
captain.
really only need the navigator.
We need the navigator. Where does the navigator sit?
Flight of the navigator.
I'll follow him.
Now that you guys have had it, like you drag that thing he had blood on that spear. The first one you shot, he had blood on his spearhead. That matters at all. You guys head upstairs. Who's in front? I guess one of these two probably, because they were closest.
Yeah, I will take point.
Well,
with
either Mr. McCrea.
sticking
So,
in.
Mr. Botticello, you head first.
Yes.
You round the top of those stairs, and standing there staring at you are two creatures. You heard me describe them earlier. Go ahead and roll that sanity.
Once or twice?
Just once.
I run into
Oh, I
Botticello.
make it.
You don't lose anything. So you keep going down the hall, I assume?
I'm going to
They're
call
at
out.
Mr. Weld's door, trying to break in.
I'm going to say that there's two of those. There's two of those dead things at Weld's door. Hurry.
Miss McCrea, you round the corner.
Yeah.
You make a sanity check. Sorry.
100. Critical fail.
Roll that
Oh.
d6 for me.
This is 100. Also,
Yes,
yours is
yes,
100.
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
That's effing stupid.
So you lose 4. That could be worse.
Well, with a critical fail on a sanity check?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Failure is a failure.
Oh,
The only thing
wow.
critical failure
Well, at
matters
least I
on
got
is
that out of the way.
Firearms.
malfunction firearms.
If I remember correctly, you were fine with the sky opening. You were fine with the werewolf. Frog people freak you out, though.
Yeah, frog trolls are
yeah,
like, oh my
it's
god.
a frog.
You ever
people.
seen a frog kid? It's not a pleasant experience.
True,
Nice.
true.
Well, but okay, so malfunction firearm is on a critical failure.
Not well,
Malfunction cerebellum, just fine.
malfunction firearm also depends on the kind of gun you're using. More automatic, more parts, the lower that it is. So like a 97 with a dirty automatic pistol, you could jam it and malfunction.
Right.
As soon as I round the corner, and I see it, I cock my gun and
Fire?
get ready to fire. Yeah.
You can go ahead and fire.
I got this marksman.
No, well, before anything else happens. It's
Well,
up to
you
you.
better text quickly.
Hold my action. I'm holding my action.
All right. Well, since we're gonna hold our actions, that'll do us tonight. Thanks for listening.
I'm still asleep, guys.
We'll talk to you guys next week.